There's a heartbreaking crisis in some animal shelters in the U.S. The facilities are overwhelmed with millions of dogs and cats. Thousands are being killed because overcrowded shelters don't have the space to hold them. The Advocate's Aaron Dean investigates.
They're called our greatest companions for a reason. Cats and dogs have been by our side for thousands of years. But now, hundreds of thousands of animals are facing difficult odds in shelters.
More animals are being killed in U.S. shelters than we have seen in the recent past. What we're seeing is people aren't adopting as much, so adoptions are slowing, and our shelters are working so hard to take care of the animals, but if there's no people coming in to adopt, then sometimes they have to make the terrible, hard choices.
Best Friends Animal Society is working with shelters across the country trying to spearhead an ambitious, life-saving goal, No Kill 2025.
At Best Friends, our mission is to end the killing of all cats and dogs in U.S. shelters by 2025. And what we say is killed are animals that could be saved. Now, some animals do need to be euthanized out of mercy. They're too old or they're too dangerous to be safely rehabilitated and put back out in the community. So when we say no kill at Best Friends, what we mean is we want every shelter to be saving at least 90% of all the animals in their care. Typically about 10% or fewer make up that true euthanasia number.
One way Best Friends is doing this is through their Utah sanctuary.
Best Friends not only is trying to help all of our nation's animal shelters get to no kill, we also run the largest animal sanctuary in the country, located in beautiful Kanab, Utah. It's home to over 1,500 wonderful animals, and it's a great destination. People come and visit. We get about 30,000 visitors every year.
And you can help animals in your local community by volunteering at shelters, fostering, and adopting.
About 7 million people bring in a new pet into their home every year. If just 6% of those were to adopt from their local shelter rather than buy a pet, we would end the killing in this nation's shelter. So if you're looking for a new pet, please do adopt from your shelter. Even if you can't have a pet permanently, there's so many other ways you can help your local shelter. Little kittens can be fostered in a bathroom. How fun is that? A bunch of bouncy kittens running around, you know? So there's a lot of fun and easy ways you can help.
Working in animal rescue isn't easy. But for those who do, seeing tragedy turn into triumph makes it worth it.
I got into animal welfare because I loved animals, and I stay in animal welfare because I love the people in animal welfare. People get a job at a shelter because they want to help animals, and so having to be faced with killing the animals for which they care is a terrible trauma that I now want to personally change, and it's really hard work. But it's so rewarding to see shelters transform from these places where people's morale is just horrible and animals aren't making it out alive, and seeing the people and the animals just do so much better when they create a new system and bring on new progressive programs. It can be done. It's not easy, it's hard work, but it can be done.
To help in your community, contact your local animal control agency or shelter and ask what assistance they need and how you can get involved. Rescue groups also need volunteers.